'Cause we all meet God in the end, my friends. So for now, here's Gordo bonus.
YouTube channel.
Boom! What is up, guys, and welcome back. Today is Monday, March 2nd, 2020, the year of our Lord. And it was a pretty uneventful weekend. Not a whole lot going on. As with all Mondays, it's in most cases it's a slow start. The sun is shining, which is always a good thing. It's a little chilly. It's a brisk 35 degrees, and yeah, that's what's up. Today I wanted to talk about something that I kind of came up with last night. I was talking to a friend that I hadn't talked with in kind of a while, maybe a few months, and was having a conversation, and we were discussing, like, I guess online privacy in a sense, where she was saying, you know, and I've heard this before from other people, and also I've heard it online, I think, from, you know, I can't remember where, but not the first person I heard say it, and they were saying, like, about their privacy settings and how they just click through the accepting the terms and conditions, and by doing that they're given all these, you know, apps the rights to all of their basically data and access to use their phone, you know, the location and the camera and the microphone and yada da da da. And what she was saying was that she was having a conversation with one of her friends about something specific, and then she went on Facebook, and what she was talking about popped up on her timeline, you know, an ad or something along those lines that was relevant to what she was discussing. To be specific, it was a design she saw, and her friend wanted to order a t-shirt with this design on it, and then the t-shirt popped up in the timeline, like, with the saying on it. So she was like, oh, must have heard me or whatever. And then I kind of popped in my head, you know, that she was trying to say that, like, it was listening and presented this ad to her based off of what she had been talking about, like it was listening in and knew that she was talking about it, so it presented this ad. And I kind of came up with the idea that rather than, you know, like, whoever listening, technology listening, I mean, it's machine learning, and I came up with, well, and it made a lot of sense, that rather than the ad being placed there, like, based on, you know, I guess invasive, like, eavesdropping or whatever, that it that it was because the machine learning, or the AI that has this abundant, like, pool of data based on knowing every move we make and what influences our decisions, that it basically rather than this ad being placed there based on a conversation and listening, that it had accurately predicted what she would, that she predict the AI or the machine learning or the algorithm predicted that she would be searching for this specifically, and it presented it to her based off of that rather than listening in on the conversation and, presenting it based off of what it had heard. But rather than doing that, it accurately predicted that she would be searching for a specific design and wanting it on a t-shirt based on specific criteria that was a pattern that was recognized by the algorithm. And it kind of, when I came up with this theory, it was like, I don't know, it was kind of a aha moment, I guess, or I don't want to say epiphany or whatever, but like it was kind of a sinking feeling, like, wow, like that makes sense to me. Like, and if that's the case, that machine learning is at a point where it knows us better than we know ourselves, and it can accurately predict or like serve us an ad by predicting so many variables that it like be so accurate as to like serve an ad based on like not just something we were talking about, but like all these different variables that made it come to the conclusion that she would be searching for a shirt with this design. You know what I'm saying? Like, and that's like, that is pretty freaking amazing. Like, and if it can do that, like, that's just pretty heavy duty. Like, what else? Like, that's just the tip of the iceberg, so to speak. And if it's that accurate, like, and it can predict our behaviors, like, how scalable is that? Like, what else? It could predict us doing, mankind, humanity doing great things or terrible things, and see it before it happens. Like, that's pretty heavy stuff right there. So I don't know, it was just an idea that kind of popped in there based on whatever had led up to that for me. Similar to how the theory would be presented, if that makes sense. And it's amazing, and it's a bit scary at the same time, because with that sort of power, like that's only one thing, but I believe it's entirely possible because of like all of the data that these algorithms, data sets that the algorithms have to study. And it's been how long I think that all these social media things were created in order to farm this data. And that's what kind of where I'm at with that. So I don't know, do with it what you will. Just wanted to get that out there. I'm not really feeling much today. It's Monday, a little And let me know what you think. If this is obviously my journal or diary or whatever I decided to call it. And if you're watching this, that's great. And if you got any comments, questions, leave them in the comments below. And I don't know why, but don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Links in the description if there's anything relevant at whatever point I decide to put them there. Why not? Remember, we're all in this together, and you are awesome. Auf Wiedersehen, Pee-wee. Till next time.
Do you know who you look like, Gordon?
He's doing an African twist. He's possessed by the demon.
Thank you.